So if you guys didn't know, a lot of information on YBA's current situation regarding the lack of updates and the developers behind them has come out. After it came out that there wouldn't be a Halloween update on the day right before Halloween, Uzu and the entire dev team got a ton of backlash, and the entire community pretty much started outraging about how Uzu doesn't know how to treat his player base and how the game's gonna die. But Uzu himself made a statement talking about the delays in updates and how they're trying to better themselves. But the question is, why did it take this long to get a response from him? And to understand that fully, we're gonna have to go back a bit and look at Uzu's track record. So looking back on about 4 years ago, Uzu was actually extremely active with the community. He asked for our input on how the game could be better, discussed the changes that would be coming to the game, and actually asked us what we wanted. This is in stark contrast to how he is now, where he almost never gives us any information on anything that's related to the game. And Uzu would have polls almost every week of the month asking for our feedback and what we wanted to see. We can see that he asked if we wanted to add more stands or quests to the game, what stands should be buffed or nerfed, and what stands should come. And honestly, this is really nice, and I liked a lot of these. But all of these polls asking his community on how we could better the game pretty much stopped in around December of 2020. And he rarely, if ever, asks us what he can do to better the game. Which takes us to 2021 and 2022, where the real dark ages of YBA came. Around early 2021, things were actually looking really good for YBA. Uzu had just hired some new developers, new stands and reworks coming out at a very good rate, and the entire community was looking pretty good. On top of that, in January, we got the Heaven update, which introduced the Rolled Over Heaven and Maiden Heaven, two of the best stands in YBA, and everyone was really excited to see them. We then got stand skins, which pretty much divided half the community on whether or not they were good for the game. Unfortunately, this meant that the next couple of updates were just new stand skins, and we didn't get much until the end of April. This is when we got Anubis, another really good stand that a lot of the community was happy to see come. And soon after that, we got the Magician's Red rework. Not even a week later, we got Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then after that, we got the Killer Queen rework. Everything was looking great. The entire game was in a brand new state, and everyone loved it. Nobody could predict that after that, we wouldn't get any actual content for almost an entire year straight. This was the dark ages that I was talking about, because after the Killer Queen rework, we only got new stand and spec skins for about 11 months, which means we had basically nothing new to play with for about a year. And during all of this, Uzu remained silent. The entire community was left in the dark, and we didn't know if we were going to get anything until Uzu sneaked Stone free in December of that year. And then it came out 7 months later. Sick. The entire community, including myself, were extremely disappointed in Uzu, and the majority of people thought he just quit the game and was done with it. However, out of nowhere in the summer of that year, Uzu released a trailer for a brand new update, which included a whole new map. And on top of that, it showed clips of Stone free, which we've been waiting for 7 months. This trailer gave the community the hope they needed to believe in Uzu. Everyone loved it too. And after the update finally came out, the community was all over it. And following it, we got a Pluck and Crazy Diamond rework, which the community loved too. And then following that, we got the Spin rework trailer and a Soft and Wet trailer. Things were looking amazing, as the dev team had just reworked all the specs and White Album. On top of that, a bunch of other quality life changes too. Then we got the Scary Monsters rework, which was a very good addition. And after all of these spec reworks, stand reworks, and a new stand came, Uzu was looking like a brand new developer. It looked like a new age for YBA, where Uzu had finally started giving us respect, and his community was giving Uzu a second chance. As Uzu kept us updated on his Twitter, and didn't fail to tell us if something was going to be delayed or something was coming. And after dropping the Sacred Fingers rework trailer, he went silent for 4 months, which brings us where we are today. Not much else I can say that hasn't been said already. As you guys may know, Snail reached out to Eclipse to tell his side of the story and explain why there wasn't a Halloween update and why the update for Sticky Fingers had been delayed again. And after posting this, Uzu finally made a response, which cleared up a lot of speculation and what was happening behind the scenes of YBA. But that begs the question, why did it take so long for Uzu to explain this? I don't think he would have made any type of response if Snail hadn't said anything. It could be a matter of Uzu just not caring, or Uzu just not making the time to put out something that says updates are still coming, just going to be delayed a bit. Sure, a portion of the community might be bummed out and not very happy, but at the very least, we know what update is coming, and we aren't left to speculate whether or not Uzu is alive. And the amount of times Uzu has left, said nothing, and then came back saying he's changed is unbelievable at this point. And I'm not saying that the community's actions are justified either, because they aren't. Threatening to dox someone and sending death threats is not justifiable in any way possible. But Uzu really needs to start being more communicative and talkative with the community, just like he was when he started. Seriously, Uzu, if you want to see this game continue to grow and prosper, we really need you to put in the time and effort to at least tell us the current status of how updates are coming, instead of leaving the community, your entire player base, with nothing. That's all I got for today, and I'll see you guys later.